Get ready to strum your air guitars and bang your heads, music enthusiasts, because today we are reviewing the Chord by Urtopia, an electric bike that hits all the right notes. And if you're not into educational content that consists of entirely too many music puns, then this is not the review for you. Alright, now that all the haters are gone, let's get back to the review. With its rockin' Samsung lithium-ion removable battery, pitch-perfect built-in navigation, and a symphony of other features, this bike will make your heart sing. And with an affordable price tag of $2,000, it won't have you busking on street corners just to afford this rad ride. And for more electrifying reviews, waltz on over to electrifiedreviews.com. Let's kick off this jam session with the motor. Nestled in the rear hub, this 36-volt, 350-watt powerhouse is to your ride what a bassline is to a sick beat. With a torque of 45 Newton meters, it'll have you cruising like Angus on a highway to hell. With 5 levels of pedal assist, you can go from unplugged acoustic to stadium rock at the drop of a hat. Now, 45 Newton meters is a bit on the lower end compared with some of these e-bikes we've been reviewing recently, but based on who this is marketed towards, I don't see this being a con given the demographics here. The Chord is less of a bike and more of a Rolling Stones world tour on 2 wheels. The battery is the heart and soul of the Chord. It's a 352 watt-hour Samsung lithium-ion powerhouse that will keep you riding for 20 to 50 miles, depending on how much you're cranking up the volume on your ride. With a quick charging time of just over 2 hours, you'll be back in the saddle for your highly anticipated encore.
Keep going, senor!
Next up, the frame. Crafted from 6061 aluminum, it's as sleek and as strong as a platinum record. With a 700C wheel size and a weight of just 46 pounds, it's like the Light My Fire to your Doors anthology, essential and enduring. Who needs a tour bus when you've got tires like these? We're talking CST 700x42C with sidewall reflective stripes. These are the roadies of the Chord, keeping you rolling smoothly from gig to gig. So many good music analogies and bikes. As a musician, this is really exciting. Braking is like hitting the perfect high note. It needs to be precise and controlled. Thankfully, the Chord's brakes are like Mariah Carey on a good day, pitch perfect and ready to bring the house down when needed.
So make my wish come true. Yeah.
On the gears front, the Chord is serving up an 8-speed Shimano rear derailleur. It shifts smoother than Carlos Santana's guitar solos, ensuring your ride is as smooth as a jazz riff. Extras? Well, the Chord has got them by the truckload. We're talking built-in navigation, GPS tracking, turn signals, hazard lights, even a fingerprint reader. It's like the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band of e-bikes. It's got it all, baby. Oh my god, that's so extra. And let's not forget the cockpit. With its matrix display and elegant piano theme, it's like being at the helm of your own private concerto. Everything is where you need it, when you need it, so you can keep your eyes on the road and your mind on the music. But don't listen to headphones when you're riding, unless you got, some safety stuff. It's a whole thing. Now, the Chord is for riders who want to add a dash of rock and roll to their commute. It's for those that prefer the road less traveled, who aren't afraid to take the long way home if it means an extra verse and chorus of their favorite song. Normally, at this stage in the review, I'll say something like, so we've covered all the specs. Let's go out for the ride test, but we didn't really cover that many specs in here. We took out a lot of the specs, brought in a lot of music puns, and so if you want to check out all of the specs, you can head over to electrifiedreviews.com. We'll have all of those listed for all you people that want to know the ins and outs of the Chord. You can also compare that to other bikes in the industry. Now, let's put the music puns aside for now, and let's head outside for the ride test. All right, guys, we are outside on the Chord from Urtopia, and we're going to be doing the ride test. But before we do any riding, it's time for that part of the review that we always do, the app test. Now, I've got it paired with my phone here, and we do a couple things. First off, we can turn it off. There we go. We can turn it on. I've had the volume turned up super loud, so I hope you can hear that, because it's loud. There's different volume levels. We can also turn on the light. Now, I kind of like the sound effects because it makes this bike feel kind of like a video game. Just like boop, choop, boop, boop. So we can adjust the volume here. So like I said, I got on the volume or level 4. We can also do the beeping. So do give it a beep. No, we can't. Oh yeah, I changed it to a horse. So you can go in here and go to sounds. So for the ring bell, I've got it. The horse's bark. You can also do game. We can do horn, dog's bark, ringing. That's kind of fun. That sounds like a trolley. Although I'm a big fan of the horse's bark. So let's go ahead. We got the bike powered on. We should be good to go. And you can also use this as a speaker. I haven't gotten there to figure exactly how to use that. That would be kind of cool. Then you can put your phone back in your pocket and then you could ride the bike. But we're connected. We're ready to go. So let's go ahead and pop on here. See what the Chord is all about. Now right now it is in pedal assist level 0. So, and I of course forgot to shift down. So let's go through those gears here. Now the Revo shift is something that, you know, looks a little bit old school, but this thing shifts really well. Nice, smooth through the gears, easy breezy. Now let's go ahead and let's use some of that pedal assist. So we put in pedal assist level 1, got a beautiful note there. It's going up to about 10, 11 miles an hour. Then we go pedal assist level 2. Just going up in the octave here. Let me adjust that camera for you guys. Oh, that's got to be a little bit better. I am kind of high up on the bike, so the ride test view is probably not super enticing like it normally is here. Go ahead and do it 3. Now you think 3, that's where it stops, right? Oh, there's only 3. But if you hold down the up button, turbo mode. See what I'm saying? This thing is like a video game. Now I'm just cruising around. Go ahead and do a brake test. We've got these Tektro hydraulic brakes up here. And give it a break. Oh, smooth as butter. Go ahead and keep on riding. In turbo mode, of course, because that's what we do. She's turning, we're burning. Let's go. Now let's talk about the nimbleness here. So we do have those, you know, bigger tires compared with a lot of the e-bikes that we review. They're a little bit bigger, a little bit skinnier, but a little bit bigger. And so kind of how does that affect the ride feel? You got some really good nimbleness with it. And these tires, they also come with the sidewall reflective stripe, which is an excellent safety thing that we usually point out. Now the delay between pedaling and getting power from the motor is pretty instantaneous. It feels like it's about an 1/8 to 1/16 of a pedal. So if I'm, you know, not really pedaling, not really getting anything, it's, yeah, I'm barely pushing it over, which is nice because you don't have a throttle to sort of kickstart us. And I'll demonstrate that. Let's shift up into 8th gear here. Go ahead and give her a stopperoonie. So I'm calling all of my stopping now. So normally at this point, if you had a throttle, you just kind of pop on the throttle to get going, which is probably one of my favorite uses of the throttle. But one of the things we don't have is a throttle, right? So let's go ahead and just do like about, yeah, it's literally like a quarter of a turn, even though we've got it in 8th gear, which normally you would want to, you know, downshift a little bit so you could get out of there a little bit quicker. But because it is tuned so well, Chord jokes. Because it's tuned so well, you don't have to worry about that, which is nice. And give a little stop here, and it just, I mean, it's almost instantaneous. Almost as soon as it feels to start to go forward, it's starting to give me a little bit. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's kind of like the right, like just a gentle guiding hand as I leave my position and start riding out. Man, so poetic. Just poetic reviews. Poetrified reviews. Well, we're just cruising now, guys. And yeah, it is just it's a very sleek, pleasant commuter bike. Not gonna be taking this thing instantaneous. I don't know why that is impressing me so much. But it's almost like, 'cause I don't believe this is a torque sensor. I could be wrong. I've been reviewing a lot of bikes lately. I gotta double check the specs on, you know, what's torque and what's not. It doesn't feel like a torque. No, I don't think so. But the responsiveness, the part that surprised me, I think, is the fact that the responsiveness is as responsive as a torque sensor. So, then you get one thing out of this review is that this thing is, well, it's tuned well, right? So get the joke out of it first. Second thing is super responsive when it comes to pedal assist, especially starting from a stop, which is generally sort of the weak point of non-throttle bikes. But for us, oh, man. Yeah, that's smooth. That is smooth. Now, just because it's smooth doesn't mean everything's perfect on this bike, right? Because there are some caveats to it. First thing is, these handlebars, not adjustable. Because the way that they have this display built, we don't get an adjustable stem. So if you're taller, shorter, there's no adjustments. If you fit the bike, it is very comfortable. We've got these, you know, swept-back handlebars here like this. But if you don't, you know, you're kind of LOL, as they say to the kids. But, you know, I'm 5'10", 220, and so I think this bike fits me pretty well. I could probably lower the seat down just a smidge. Probably would have made the review visuals a little bit better as well. So that's one thing to consider. You can't adjust, say, the positioning of the key pad over here. It's actually welded to the handlebars. So it does give it a much sleeker look, right? So you're sort of sacrificing some of the customization options for just like the sleekness and the, you know, the well-rounded look. But yeah, guys, I'm pretty impressed. You know, we haven't got a chance to test out Urtopia's first bike, which was pretty big deal, pretty big success. Got a lot of the big name guys covering it. They seem to enjoy it pretty good. So I feel like, based on, you know, some of the things I've heard about that bike, and then we're riding this bike, it seems like they're headed in a pretty solid direction. Go ahead and do a little dismount. Oh, he's just riding. Whoa, so cool. One last look at this beauty right here. It's the Chord. It kind of looks like a harpsichord, almost. Interesting. Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say it's the first time I thought that, but it is interesting. When you look at it, you kind of turn a little bit, like, oh, it kind of looks like a, you know, harpsichord. Something David might have been fond of if he was around when e-bikes were a thing. But guys, that is gonna do it for our review on the Chord. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you want to. If not, we don't really care. We like e-bikes and we love you guys, whether you subscribe or not. Head over to the website. That one we do care about, so please do head over to electrifiedreviews.com right now. Just don't worry about the outro. Go over there, check it out. And guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
In conclusion, the Chord is a beautiful song, but beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and we all have different tastes in music, which is why I tried to spread out the genres of the analogies earlier. But with that being said, the Chord definitely fits a use case for a lot of urban riders. There's a lot of fun and unique aspects to this bike, so I imagine it would vibe really well with somebody who is also fun and unique. I mean, we had fun riding it around. You saw the ride test. You saw how much fun I was having. Well, you couldn't see it on my face because it's looking at the handlebars, but as I said earlier, you can head over to electrifiedreviews.com, check out all the specs on the Chord, compare it with other bikes in the industry, check to see if we're giving away any bikes, because we love to do that around here, and we do it for you, the community. Thank you guys so much for riding with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, leave that part in about the community, because then people will want to go over there and, you know, create an account so they get notified of all the giveaways and stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should leave it in there.